Welcome back. It is time for another Pet Talk segment, and today we've got Chatty back to talk about separation anxiety. Welcome. Thanks for being here. And London.
And Miss
Jason, thanks
London.
Mackenzie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, London's excited to be back. So there's been an epidemic of separation anxiety ever since COVID.
Yes.
Everybody's had to stay home. Everybody got a dog. They worked from home for a few years, and then everybody went back to work.
Yeah.
And so 85% of what trainers are referred for is separation anxiety.
Wow.
So it's not a quick fix, but we're going to talk about some solutions.
Yeah. What are some
So-
tips, ways
So of course,
people can get over it?
easiest thing is, of course, daycare, because they're never alone at
Yes.
daycare. But it's not something you want to, if your dog has separation anxiety, you want to set them up for success going to
Sure.
daycare. So short periods of exposure, keeping it positive and building on that. And then next thing you know, they're going to be happy to go to daycare and happy to go home and tired when you get home at the end of the day. Other things, of course, like I said, there's no quick fix.
Right.
And of course,
Over time.
daycare costs money.
Exactly.
But
right.
so things like a lick mat, something that takes a long time for them to get through. So you
Okay.
put a little peanut butter or a little yogurt on a thing that's got a lot of ridges, and it takes a long time for them to
You
get
have to
through
work at it.
Yeah.
Right?
And then another tip that I really like is, especially in the heat of the summer, so you get a bowl, can be a plastic bowl or a metal bowl. Fill that bowl with water and some kind of delicious broth, like a little bit of chicken broth or
Okay.
beef broth in there. Then you put a bunch of treats and toys and chews and other things in it and freeze it.
Yeah.
And then you can bring it out in the morning and they lick on it, and as the day goes on, it melts a little bit, and boom, they get a treat. Boom, they get a toy. So it's something that can keep them occupied for hours.
Do you find that helps to calm them down? It just helps to keep their
Yeah.
mind focused. Like, what's the tip, the benefit?
The benefit is they're going to do that instead of chew on your blinds or your door moldings, things
Yes,
like that.
yes, yes.
The biggest complaint with separation anxiety is my dog tried to destroy everything to try to get out, to get to me.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So destruction is the major side effect of separation anxiety, or chewing on themselves or harming themselves in some other way. Those are the most reasons why people would go to seek help for separation
Sure.
anxiety.
I was
Yeah.
going to ask.
Of course, there's drugs and things like that that your vet can prescribe, but if you can try to figure out a way to get around it before that, that would be your last choice resort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously we're getting into summer. People are going to be going on vacation. Schedules get different. Are there any kind of tips to kind of keep people on a routine with their dogs?
Well, like I said, desensitization is the key.
Yeah.
So instead of throwing your dog into the deep end, as it were.
Right.
So preparing to go on vacation by going to the place that they're going to be boarding, or having the person that you're going to have come to their house come over. So you're just preparing the dog, and that makes the stay so much more successful, and
Sure.
your vacation more fun.
Yeah.
So that you don't have to worry about them. Like at our facility, there's live cameras, so you can watch your dog while you're
Right.
away and make sure that they are having fun,
Yeah.
and check in on them throughout the day. A lot of people do that at their house. They have a camera
Sure.
at their house, and they even have automated machines that can give your dog a treat throughout the day.
Yeah.
So
So
but some
acclimating
dogs
them.
just don't want to be alone.
Right.
So sad to say, but that Amazon commercial where they get another dog,
Yeah.
that can help too.
To help
Yeah.
having a
Yeah.
companion. So maybe what you're saying is, before you go on vacation, you take your pup to the place where they're going to be boarding, right? Or they have a chance to meet the people who are going to work with them
Exactly.
while they're
Just
gone.
a few hours here and there. Start slow, an hour here, and 2 hours there, that kind of thing, and then a half a day, then a whole day. You're building it up, and that is the best way to set them up for success.
Yes,
And
and
I'm
that's what we
assuming
want.
it just takes time.
It
Yeah.
takes time. There's no quick fix for separation
Yeah, you gotta have
anxiety.
patience.
Because a lot of these dogs, particularly COVID dogs, I mean, it was a big shift.
Right.
And it was all of a
Totally.
sudden, almost sudden, mommy's not at home anymore,
Right.
or
Yeah.
daddy's not at home anymore. And then they might have missed out on that crucial
Sure, that
socialization
moment.
period as a puppy,
Yeah.
too. And so it takes time to go back
Yeah.
and repair
Thanks,
that.
Chatty.
Well,
Thanks for
thank
joining
you.
us.
And thank you, London.
Thanks, Miss London.